Good morning, I'm Caralee Gurney, and here with me is Stacy Reevely, and we are North Texas Networkers, sponsored by Willow Bend Mortgage and Craig Schrank. Thank you once again for another great show, and I'm excited about our guest today. Today we have April Sapp, and she is a young musician, a mother of two, a photographer, and not only one of my friends, but also has been one of my clients. So welcome, April. We're glad to have you here today.
Thanks for having me. So cool. Here. Yes, I'm excited to be here.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about your family and who you are.
Okay. I'm April Sapp. I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I grew up, born and raised there. Met my husband there 2003, and then we got married and probably lived in Houston for another like 8 to 9 years. Came here to finish up my music degree at Dallas Christian College. And I ended up getting pregnant my first year. So I ended up finishing online, which is crazy because I could have done that at home, but I think it was just meant to be for us to be here. So now we're here and we love Dallas and we're here to stay. So
that's wonderful. Did you go back to work at all after you had your first child, or?
I worked from home the first year, and then after that I said, okay, husband, no more. I was like, I'm going to do photography now because I don't want to go to work. I have this baby here and I don't want to drive an hour to work, hour home. Mm-hmm. So it really worked out nicely. He was awesome to let me stay home and pursue this photography dream of mine. So,
well, that's interesting because you went to music school.
I did.
Right? So I was like, all of a sudden I'm like, I think I'll do photography.
Well,
how does that happen?
I kind of have always loved photography as well as music and was growing both skills kind of together. I just really, I felt like it was more practical to go towards photography when I had my son because I could actually not have to go to the office from 9 to 5, you know. I was actually studying to be a worship leader at a church. So I figured that's still like a 9 to 5 job. So in order to actually stay home for now and kind of do my own schedule, it would be photography.
So a little bit more control over.
I had more control. Yes.
You know, I was a journalism major at Baylor.
Oh, really?
And, yes, and concentrations in marketing and management. But photography was one of my favorite classes. I did 2 semesters of it. I missed the dark rooms.
Yes, I actually did darkroom in college and in high school too. So it's fun to like learn how to do the darkroom too, even though now it's all.
And they're like all blind.
It was fun. It's so cool in there.
Yeah, when my parents built the house in the 80s, they built a darkroom.
Oh, really?
My dad's a photographer.
Oh,
so
cool.
He has
I
dark
didn't
room
know
in the
that.
house.
You said he has quite a lot of equipment too, right?
He does. He's owned every camera they've ever made, I think. I think it's probably addicting, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a lot of fun.
Do you buy a lot of equipment? Just keep on?
Oh my goodness. We just bought a Mark III for my husband because he's now joining me full time doing weddings. So we wanted to have a consistent style. So we're buying more Canon and lenses and all the, like, what else do we need? Lighting, we need a computer. So, the list goes on and on.
So you do weddings, and what other kind of photography?
I just did a maternity session Sunday. I do kids. I started out doing kids and families because I love kids. I used to babysit all the time. So I felt like I don't know, kids were like less intimidating. Some people think they're harder.
Are you sure about that?
My husband is not like doing kids. Like I took him on a portrait session with me and he's like, literally you chase the child around the whole time. And I was like, that's what you have to do to get a smile. He's like, but he had a candy bar in his hand. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. The parents will love it. He's smiling. So yeah.
That's awesome. So how did you make, I guess you still did do music and worship leading during this time, right?
Yeah, when I was finishing up my last semester, I did an internship at a church in McKinney, and I led worship there, and I was pregnant, and it was just kind of hard to like finish school, be singing, and I felt like I just needed to kind of hit the pause button on music for a little bit and focus on this child coming. And even though I did some photography, for some reason, it just wasn't like, the main dream for me has always been music. So photography is more fun. Music has been more like intimidating and more like work, and I need to show up and make more of a name for myself. But photography was kind of like a creative outlet. It was more fun for me. So I did do music that last year, and then I had him, and then I switched kind of gears to photography and took a little break from music for a while.
They're both creative. You've got to use that creative.
I love the
art of your brain. So
Mm-hmm.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
So when you started to get back into music, was it hard to find places that you wanted to play? Did it start out in church? Do you play other places?
I've always sung in church growing up. I mean, we went to church literally like 3 times a week. I mean, I lived there. So choir, everybody singing. I've always sung. So I still sing at Heartland Christian is where I go now. And so I still sang on the worship team all throughout. I might have taken a little break because I was having babies and stuff. But,
and by the way, she's got 2 beautiful children.
Thank you.
Aaron and
Aiden and Everly.
Aiden. I'm sorry.
Aiden and Everly. It's okay.
I was going to get Everly right. I love Aiden because we've had lunch together several times, and so is Everly.
And he remembers you.
Oh,
She's
he's
known
adorable.
Aiden since he was 1, probably.
Yeah, he was little.
Yeah, he was
little
little
and beautiful.
Yes. So, where was I going?
Well, I don't know. I'm always
where else-
messing things up. So.
Where else playing besides church?
Oh, what got me started? Okay, so it was really last year. I just had this moment. I was reading a book, and just kind of towards the end of it, I just had this aha moment. It was kind of like, what has been in your heart to do? What has been your dream? You need to bring that back to life again. And so it just kind of spoke to me, and I was like, okay, I know I still want to do this. I can't not do music the rest of my life, so I need to get back into it. So I started taking guitar lessons again. Even though I knew how to play guitar, I just wanted to surround myself with people that were already doing this and kind of get mentorship and where do I go? So I went to Pink Couch Studio in Frisco, met Brittany Belt, who you've probably met some of her colleagues, but anyways, so I started getting back with them, and they gave me some ideas and some starting points to where to start singing, and so coffee shops, different wine houses and all of that. And from there, I stopped taking lessons, and then I found Melody of Hope. So Melody of Hope is a nonprofit, and they basically bring the artists to different groups of people and just wanting to share the love and joy through music. Oh. They just talk about the healing powers with music,
amazing.
and it's very much what I feel too. So yeah.
That's great.
Well, I think you ought to play a song for us.
Okay.
Let's play one now, and then we'll pick up and play one again in a little bit after we talk some more.
Okay. This one, as I was kind of reawakening some of these dreams inside to do music, I started writing again. And I had actually done a demo 10 years ago, which I'll play one of those songs later. But this one just kind of talks about friendship and just kind of going through life with other people and just making sure you have that community around you and just know that you're not in this alone, because it's really hard to do life alone. So this is kind of about friendship. So let's see if I can wiggle around here. Here we go. There's a hunger inside of you, I can feel it. You're wanting so much more. There's a fire inside of you, I can feel it, burning deep inside your soul. Don't believe that lie. You have to do this on your own. See, it will come alive when you let it go, when you let it go. I'm here for you. You're here for me too. I know that this big world can make you feel so small. You don't have to be perfect, no, no. You just have to give your all. So many dreams have not come true. You thought you'd be here by now, didn't you? Sometimes you have to wait and see what tomorrow holds and what could be. And I'm here for you. You're here for me too. I know that this big world can If you leave the light out, you will grow dark inside. Make sure you shine your light and never hide. If you leave the light out, you will grow dark inside. Shine your light and never hide. Oh, if you leave the light out, you will grow dark inside. Make sure you shine your light and never hide. And I'm here for you. You're here for me too, yeah. I know that this big world can make you feel so small, but you don't have to be perfect, no. You don't have to be perfect, no. You don't have to be perfect, no. You just have to give your all. Oh, 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 There's a hunger inside of you, I can feel it. You're wanting so much more. There's a fire inside of you, I can see it. You're burning deep inside your soul.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Thank
Such
you.
a nice song. I love the lyrics.
Thank you very much.
Really good. So that was one you wrote.
Yes, ma'am.
And that just, I can't even imagine trying to write a song.
I can't even. I wrote one
the worst thing
song.
ever.
I think the only song I've ever written was for my son when he was a baby,
Aw.
and I'm not going to sing it now.
No.
Everybody else would tell us no.
Well,
This is true. It was
one day
beautiful.
when we're at lunch, we'll have to hear it.
Yes, when we're at lunch. So tell us a little bit. I mean, this can't have been an easy road. You've got 2 young children. You love photography. You
Yes.
love music. You're young in your marriage. What has been one of your biggest struggles?
I think probably balancing it all because I have so many big dreams. Like, I need to calm down and pick one, but I just kind of like doing all of them. So balancing kids and marriage, and now we're both full-time doing this business. So especially with all of this happening right now, trying to, kind of say, all right, we're going to reserve this time for work and reserve this time. Honestly, I have to get up an hour early if I want to practice guitar and music. So that's probably the smallest part of my day. It's like, you just have to squeeze it in because the rest is just kids and family and work.
Yeah.
So.
Takes over. How has the last couple months affected photography business?
It actually has been better for us, to be honest, which is crazy, but I feel like the more time people have at home, the more time they have to focus on planning weddings. So we have gotten a ton of inquiries and a ton of bookings. So it's been really, really good. And it's couldn't be better timing because my husband literally just went full time with me in March. So
what's that been like working with your husband besides, having to get up early and having to coordinate all that? And he was in a completely different business
Yes.
too. So
he
tell
was
us
in
a
the
little
car
bit about
industry.
that.
So he was gone. I mean, we went from him being gone from 7 in the morning to like 7 or 8 at night to him being home all the time. I actually love working with my husband. I think it's awesome. He's there for the kids. We can switch off during the day and play with them. Like right now, he's taking them around. So it's really just communicating. Like, what are your expectations for the day? And just like laying it all out. Or what's going on for the week, and just writing it all out. So.
How old are your children right now?
3 and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the
So.
thick of it. For sure.
Oh yeah. So it's definitely not easy, but I think the more intentional we are about communicating, the better the week and the days are going to go. So.
What do you think makes it work? You're having to think about that too much.
What makes it work?
I think a lot of people, and I ask that because I think, and you and I talked about this before the show, but
Yeah.
marriage isn't easy. I mean, it's hard for everyone. I mean, some people, it seems like it's just a natural, they're perfect together and their life is perfect. But I think it's difficult for everyone. And you had mentioned that, sometimes that's hard. And I think that's a normal thing. So I think a lot of people like to know what makes it work, what makes you be able to go from not seeing each other all the time, and especially now when people are stuck at home, not stuck at home, that's not the right word, when people get to be home with their entire family so much during these times. How do you make that work?
Lots of prayer in the morning, making sure that him and I are connecting, date nights, even though we couldn't go very many places for a while, just making sure that we are intentional about us first. I think if you put, take your time for yourself, but have each other on top of the priority list, then you're not falling all the way to the bottom and just kind of scrambling through the day. So I think definitely giving each other breaks. And when things start to get heated or something, just, okay, you go take 20, take 30, go take your break, take your bath. He tells me, go take your bath. Because that's my place. I'm just like, okay, I can relax.
Calgon, take me away.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to take it.
That is amazing.
But yeah.
Very good. So do you do other cover songs, or do you mostly write your own music?
I do mostly covers. I'm trying to write more, but like I said, there's not a lot of time in the day.
Yeah.
So in the mornings, I'm sitting there in the quiet, like literally I'm in my closet trying to write, and it's just, I have 1,000 other things in my mind. So I think once school starts again and once I can have more time during the day, I probably will write more, but I mean, I've written a lot.
What inspires you when you write?
Sometimes it's having a dream. It's weird. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just have a melody, and I'm like, I'll just sing it, real quick and record it in the morning or something. And it's really the melodies first. I think and I hear harmony and melodies all the time, and then I have to put words to it, and then the music.
That's amazing. I would have thought it would have been,
words.
I'm thinking this.
Well, I think I was first a singer. I started out singing first, and so I really love singing. And then words are a little bit harder for me. I'm like, okay, what goes with what? So, but I mean.
What rhymes with orange?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. What does rhyme with orange?
Exactly. It's not easy. And then you're like, what? Has this been done before? Have I heard this song?
Am I stealing something?
I know, right? I'm like, wait, this sounds like the other songs that I've been listening to. So you have to make it cool and original. Yeah.
What type of songs do you like to cover?
I do Kelly Clarkson. I'll do Katy Perry. Just really, but more like the pop rock. Yeah.
And when you write, do you have a certain? I mean, is it similar to what you just sang?
Yeah.
Or do you?
Genre?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No hard rock.
Inspirational. No. We tried that on one song. My husband literally sang with me on a song. I'll have to show it to you one day.
You're not going to share that today?
No. That's fine. No. One day, though.
Well, do you want to sing one more for us?
Sure. Let me find my pick. This is the one I was telling you about. I wrote like 10 years ago, and I recorded it. And this one's really just talking about just kind of the hard stuff that we go through, and we just kind of feel like we're in the darkness sometimes. And really what's brought me out a lot of those times is my relationship with God, and just believing that there's someone with me, taking me through all the hard stuff, and just kind of being with me and breaking through some of the darkness. So that's kind of what this one is about. cling to you. So desperate for a chance to change, crawling in my skin, I'm to blame. I realized to gain my life, I must lose myself in you. Lose myself in you. Thank you.
Is that the one that was your demo?
Yes.
I like that.
Nice.
I can share it one day with you guys. I should probably share it. I put a lot of work into
You
that one.
should.
So if somebody wants to come listen to you sing somewhere, is there a website?
Yeah.
How do they find out where you're going to be?
Instagram.com/AprilSappMusic or Facebook.com/AprilSappMusic. I am going to be doing a lot of virtual concerts with Melody of Hope. And then there's going to be some live concerts in October mainly and some in November. So I'll post that on my website. I need to do that.
For sure.
We'll definitely link to that as
Thank you.
well.
Yes, thanks
And then
so much.
photography, if somebody's looking for a photo shoot, same kind of Instagram?
Yes,
or?
Instagram. No, it's completely different. It's Instagram.com/April.Sapp for Instagram. And then Facebook is just April Sapp Photography. Or you can find us on aprilsappphotography.com. So
Make it easy. It's the same for both, so we can find you
my
either
name.
way.
I know. So anyway.
Well, this has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.
Oh my gosh, yes. But we never like to get away without asking one question.
Oh.
And you don't have to have an answer if you don't want to, but is there one question that we didn't ask you today that you wish we had? And you've got plenty of time to answer.
Maybe just about, I think you had said something about where do we start? Like if you are somebody that wants to do music or photography, kind of like where to start?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That sounds like a good question.
All right,
Where to
so where
start?
does somebody start?
Start where you are, is what I would say, is just start where you are and find people that are doing what you want to do and ask questions, get mentored, invest money and time into learning that craft. If you really, really have always wanted to be a photographer, look for workshops and look for people that are succeeding in that area and sit under them. So
it's great.
That's great. Now, Melody of Hope, if someone's interested in getting involved in that,
yes.
What does that take?
melodyofhope.org, I think, is the website. I think it's just it's a nonprofit with the community, and they have a group of singers or artists that they sponsor to go out and just spread love and life to everybody. So.
And if someone wants to get involved in that, they can just reach out to the website?
Charlie Wendell is the founder. Charlie Wendell, yes.
That's a neat organization.
Yes.
I had not heard of that one before.
You should check it out. And mainly in Frisco, too, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Well, thank you again so much for joining us.
Thanks for
this
having
was
me.
great having you.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Again, everyone, April Sapp, aprilsapp.com, april.sapp, Instagram, Facebook, photography, music.
Right?
It's all good. So I'm Caralee Gurney.
And I'm Stacy Reevely.
And we are your real estate professionals.
Thank you for joining us on North Texas Networkers.
Visit our website, mariposagroupdfw.com. That's MARIPOSA Group DFW.com for more information about the show and other resources. I'm Caralee.
And I'm Stacy.
And we are your real estate professionals.